Hello, me again, Glitch Reaper, and you're probably wondering what's up with this skin. I mean, not necessarily all of you have seen this one, because this is the first skin I ever made in Minecraft for myself, and I do have several actually. All the skins you may have seen up to this point have all been ones I've made actually. I am a bit more morphic on that than some. However, I'm doing this for a very particular reason, and I'll probably be changing my skin back to the one that you're used to the most these days after I'm done, because I kind of hit a magic number recently. And the thing is although I'm not the type that specifically asks for for subs and likes. There are certain types, and for that matter, views and things like that. The thing is that I do secretly kind of keep in my mind significant moments for that. There's a lot of little things that I think of in the background that I don't necessarily put out in my videos, but whenever I pass one of those kind of landmarks or something special, I'll usually put in a special kind of celebration because of that. And in this case, what I've got upcoming is something extra special. It's not just seeing my old skin here. It's also seeing the first world that I've ever really played in Minecraft. And the thing is that it's taking me a little longer than I first suspected to get it started up, because I need to kind of re-explore it since it's been so long. And the thing is, there's a lot of things that change. In fact, here's a case in point. My first world was from so long ago that it was very hard to have commands that could work in it, actually. Because I actually started playing Minecraft myself in 1.2.5. I actually knew the beta tester crowd quite a bit. So I saw a lot of the game before it was really a big deal, and I already knew that I really loved it, and that I'd want to be able to get into it at some point. Because it just looked like my kind of thing. It was very freeform. I could do pretty much whatever I'd like with a world with enough effort. And things like that have kind of changed over time, and nowadays it's a lot easier to do so. I mean, even just in terms of getting proper blocks. I mean, the structure I'm standing on, I built using a faster version of renewable resources than there used to be during the time that, that I originally started with. I mean, there's my farm behind me, and trust me, it's hard to keep up with once you really start farming chorus. I mean, you will have more than enough blocks. And again, all these changes to vanilla, to the modding scene, a lot of these things, and while I won't necessarily go over all that in my special tour of my first world, there will be a lot of history that I might put behind just in the changes that it kind of had to deal with during that time. Because I started in 1.2.5 with that world, but I went all the way up to 1.6.4. The thing is that one of the reasons why I didn't fully transition to 1.7.10 with that world is, ironically, because I kind of did. It's just you wouldn't recognize it afterwards. I mean, it really was the update that changed the world. The landscape was changed so much that anything that I did as a recreation afterwards, even using the same seed, you wouldn't even know it. So just seeing what the landscape was like back then, I put it in as a special celebration to those who appreciate things like Minecraft history and just kind of how things have changed since then. Things that I've seen and appreciated since then. And even just the ability to change your skin easily, or to change your Minecraft name. A lot of things have changed even in like the base support system. Of course, the big deal is I'll be trying to show up my world, and the thing is, I can't really support getting it into certain ways. Like, it doesn't easily convert to the way that things are now, so I'll be literally touring it in survival. I may do it as a special mini-series, actually, just re-exploring my first world, because it's kind of... I did a lot in it, actually, and it was pure vanilla. And the thing is that I kind of didn't fully get into modded Minecraft for a while, because it wasn't exactly easy to do. Like, even that has seriously changed. So, just the fact that a lot of people were more, like me, were more into vanilla for quite some time, in terms of how they did everything, it has also seriously changed, because this modding's become so much easier. But just seeing what a pure vanilla world from back then really look like and how crazy some of the stuff was that you had to deal with. Uh, I really think a lot of people will be intrigued in it going back that far. Again, like even just looking at the version here that I'm in, 1.12.2. When you think that the last version that I could use with that world before the big change was 1.6.4, you know, a lot of versions that went by since then. In fact, I was just checking it out recently, and it turns out I hadn't actually been able to be back to that world for 3 years. But I did keep it the whole time. It's one of those things that I always wanted to get back to. For me, it was very nostalgic and very... Well, I got, as they'd say these days, a case of the feels. The thing is, I really love my Minecraft world. Unlike some people, I will not just blow them up or something like that. It's something where I love to keep them, because you have many worlds to deal with from the comfort of your desktop or laptop or whichever kind of device you're using. I mean, portable ones included, obviously, now. That's another thing that changed. We didn't have Android-based Minecraft back then. So, it's just so much has changed. Even discussing the game in general has been a very... well, it's all changed. And I think for this special, I'm going to be going back to my origins with it and showing off my first world, as I said. But I don't think I'll be able to do it as just a one-shot episode special like I was originally thinking. Now that I've been kind of going back and realizing just what I'm going to have to do, it's going to be kind of a whole mini-series, actually. So my special, my very special surprise for me going past 255 subs will be that. And the reason why 255 to me is significant is actually because I'm an old schooler with a lot of other video games. It's just that Minecraft particularly resonated with me as one of those things that I saw I could just pretty much just keep doing forever. But in a lot of classic RPGs, 255 was usually considered the max value you could have for a stat. It kind of come down to how the actual programming system worked, and 255 being pretty much the biggest number you could express within a certain bit limit. So, or rather, technically 256, but most games reserved the extra value for 0, so they could record 0 through 255. But it became kind of a running gag in RPGs like Final Fantasy and Chrono Trigger and stuff, that a lot of your stats were capped at 255. So for me, just that magic RPG number of things staying at 255 kind of says something. So me passing over that limit kind of says I've gone past the old RPG era. So, and this truly becomes kind of the new. Well, the thing is, that's actually kind of happened over time for a while, but it just feels more like it now. And because of that, I decided this will be my time to truly celebrate. So, in line with that, I will go with my traditional send-off as well. Speaking of celebrations, I will be going off with a parrot party. And just speaking of which, how cool is it that they added this little Easter egg feature into Minecraft, where you could have dancing mobs? For that matter, to music. Now, I do know of a little extra history behind that, and at some point I might reveal it, or you might see it, I don't know. But just the fact is that this was also... Oh, okay, I'll just go over it. This was also originally inspired by a mod, actually. Or at least you could say a mod had it in first, whether or not they took direct inspiration. But there have been a couple where if you played a music disc around certain mobs and certain mods, like, say, zebras from Mo Creatures, they would dance for you. So, in this case, we got parrots doing it. And I gotta admit, the dancing birds, I think they do it better. So, I mean, even just the word parrot party, it comes up. Just the phrase parrot party. I mean, it just works on so many levels. So dancing zebras, okay, but I'll take my parrot party. Thank you very much. So I'm going to end off with a parrot party. So this is Glitch Reaper. I hope to hear from all of you later. So bye for now, and happy parrot party. So yeah, the parrot party is ready, and so is my special. Okay, now I can certainly say bye for now, everybody.